welcome back. Another day, another vlog. How are you all peeps? Sunday night, end of your weekend. Probably a few of you are still out partying and having a bit of fun in the sun. Getting your drink on, the Sunday session. It's pretty popular over here in Perth. Getting the Sundays, but not here at work, no. I had a crappy day today. Those days when just doesn't matter what you do, either everyone just stands on your toes or pisses you off, or you just one of those days you got to ride off, I guess. But it gets hard when you're there and you're frustrated, and I was frustrated today. I'm a big exponent of when I'm pissed off, just to try and vent it out. It does, do have a very frustrating job sometimes, but it's just a job. All it does is pay the bills, but it's still hard to not be able to care about your job. So it's very tricky. It's that fine balance of caring enough so you get your job and do a good job, and not drifting over to the tired, useless person that doesn't give a crap about their job and just there to just bludge off society, which I'm not really into. So it's sort of a fine balance, and I don't ever want to go on that dark side. My awesome father and mother taught me very well, so I really don't see the point of going to work and doing half a job, but sometimes you have to, because you just can't win. And today was one of those days I just couldn't win, but it's over. I'm going to see my little buddy Jack this afternoon, a gorgeous little face, do some sing-songs, all good. Life's good again. Until I had to wait 30 minutes for a friggin' hamburger at the mess. That's when I went back downhill. Another story. Don't ever go mining if you like decent food, because it's all crap. I'll give you a hot tip. Anyways, enough about my problems. Let's get to the good fun stuff. There's a few bits and pieces. Probably the biggest thing of news for today was the boxing match between KSI and Paul Logan. If you don't know who they are, just put them in the search engine in YouTube. They've got 20 million plus followers each. KSI is I'd say he's probably the biggest guy out of London, Great Britain. I would hazard a guess. I know PewDiePie does a house in London, but he's pretty much Swedish as far as I guess everyone treats him. They're dirty. I'll clean them. I don't need them for this. So yeah, I guess KSI is probably the biggest guy coming out of England. I don't really watch the channel that as much. I probably need to check it out. I've tried to watch Paul Logan, and I'm definitely, I think, too old for his channel. It's pretty much rubbish. But he's got a huge following, and they had a big boxing match. Seems to be a fair bit of beef between them, and they had a boxing match last time, and this was a rematch in LA. Last time was in England, so it was a pretty big deal. Huge money getting thrown into it. Justin Bieber was there, heap of celebrities, all that stuff. Pretty close match, split decision, and they did the whole 6 rounds. Ended up a split decision. KSI won, and I think it was pretty close because Paul Logan lost 2 points because apparently it hit him when he knocked him down and hit him again or something. I didn't watch it. I'm not really a boxing fan, but it's internet. It's definitely YouTube news, so I thought I'd chuck it up there. So that was, I guess, pretty cool. A big bit of YouTube business for the weekend. It would have had a ton of followings. They've made a heap of money. Let's talk about, I think, just out of the fight, so 6 rounds, they made about 900 grand US each. I'm not sure if the winner got more. I think they'll probably, because it was more of more of a media event, I guess, than an actual boxing match. Although they weren't boxing properly, but yeah, at least probably $1 million each, at least out of it, pocket. Maybe a bit more depending on how all the sponsorship went and how many people watched it, I guess, and paid to watch it. So yeah, something different. PS5 Controller leak today. We looked the other week. There's been some renders dropped on the new PS5 coming in 2020. Today there was, I guess, a leak drop of would have been the developer's controller. So we all know the PS4 Pro, the old one, current model now. Basically the difference was the joysticks were recessed down. This was wide like an Xbox. I don't know why, that's just stupid. I don't know why you would want them down, so you're going to be holding on and then your thumbs are going to go down to steer. That's going to hurt like crap. That's the reason why they've got them up there, so you're not straining your thumbs. They can just rest on the joysticks and do the stuff. Basically, the only thing I seen different, like physically, was where your touchpad here is in the middle, was an LCD or an actual display, and that you can sort of see your friends and mates online. If you're playing like Fortnite, I guess you can see all your other mates on there just here. Pretty much did have two stereo speakers on the side, one on each side of the pad or the new screen instead of just underneath. Looked like it still had the same headphone jack down the bottom. Not sure about that. They're talking of USB-C for that one, and they're talking about a longer battery life. But that was obviously, it's just the developers. They've only got a few photos, but something different. The LCD, I'm not really sure what that means, because when you're playing a game, and I've been playing since the first one, PlayStation 1, I don't know anyone that stands here and looks at the controller while they're playing a game on the screen, especially a high-speed racing game of that. You're not watching your controller, so really. I guess maybe for those games like RPG games and stuff where it's pretty slow paced and not actually really much of a challenge, where you can just stand there and you can watch it and you can, oh, Jacko's there, right? Oh, he's wandering around the bush, oh, Jacko. Maybe for something like Grand Theft Auto you can get some stuff up here. So it's games like that, the slower games, but the racing games is going to be pretty much a waste of time. But anyway, that was the PS5. So a little bit happening there on the controller. From what it looks like, it looks pretty terrible. The shape of it, it looks very Xboxy. Sorry, not Xboxy. Microsofty, that real round. So fingers crossed they don't do something stupid. The shape is really not too bad. My only concern is if they could finally bring back a twist one like the Negon we had for PS2 3 for Wipeout, because Wipeout is the fastest game that you can get. There's just these crappy controllers just can't keep up with it. That's the problem with it. So anyway, but something different. It's a little bit of a start. We're starting to get a little bit there. We've got a bit on the body, a bit on the joystick. Maybe around Christmas, maybe early January, we'll start getting the actual sort of closer to details on it. So it'll be interesting to see how it comes. Apple. Wow. Cult of Mac, online website, big fan base of Mac devotees like myself, basically put out a story and just give it to Apple about these laptops. Basically, it's not good enough, the level's not there, they've just stuffed us over for many years, and I think they're 100% correct. Anyone that's got an Apple, this keyboard fiasco, like even to the point of releasing the 2019 and put them straight under a warranty program. Like who releases a bit of tech and it automatically got a warranty program on it? That's just stupid in this day and age. I don't think Apple. I think Apple's starting to under Tim Cook I think his time's nearly up. I think. Obviously, the big reason why Johnny Ive's left, because they have, since Steve's gone, it really hasn't got much better. Sorry to say. Concentrating on stuff that's really not important, it doesn't look like they really care about the backbone of Apple, which is the guys that have been on Macs since they first came out, the coloured ones and the original Macs that I used to use at high school when we had 8-inch floppy disks. Those Macs, they've just... Anyway, so Cult of Mac just fed it to them, the keyboards. What else were they into them about? There's something else they were into. Oh, lack of ports on the thing. Having USB-C ones, no SD card again. I'm lucky, my 14 is the last model that has an SD card on it, thank God. But yeah, anything after that, no SD card, which is just stupid because unless you're a full-time pro photographer running the new CF Express cards that are coming out, you're still using SD cards. Everyone's using SD cards. So why is a creative laptop not got a friggin' SD card? At least one. It should have, a pro model should have two. So you can run two cards in. You've got your, give you a hot tip, Apple. You get a thing called, where are you? Here somewhere. You're running the GoPro and you're running your camera. So there's two SD cards. So you're gonna wait for one to download before you get that one in. Two slots, one on each side. Have your USB, one on each side, USB-Cs on each side. You need at least an A. You need your HDMIs and stuff and bits and pieces like that. Carrying 65 dongles around is basically what Culture Mac was saying, was just a joke. To go with the keyboard, and you're still going to pay a fortune for it. There's plenty of other computers getting close. The new Dell we talked about last night, in there with the Windows 10 chip, so that's getting in there. Most of them are being able to get in there and get the 2080s. You've got tablets like this coming from Huawei, so like they've got so much competition. This 16-inch, I don't know how many times we're going to talk about that. That needs to come out now. We'll get off that hate, but a little bit of Apple bashing, but I think they deserve it. They need to wake up. Wake up, Apple. Galaxy S11, huge upgrades coming for that one. Samsung just keeps fighting and fighting. This tech business is pretty tricky. Talking about a big battery, 5,000 milliamp hours on it. So the average one now about 2.5, maybe 3 for a pro one. It's going to be up to 5,000, and they're talking about that will be because it'll have at least 90 hertz display refresh rate, up to 120, probably more so than 120. So yeah, big, more tech news. We've just gone through a massive month from September, October of all the new gear getting released, and within 4 weeks we're already going into next year's stuff for next September, October. It's just insane. Got a bit, life moves fast. That's about it. News-wise, yeah, day's over. Sunday, tomorrow's Monday, start of a new week, fresh start for everyone. Let's get into it. And just thought I'd chuck the other out. We're still running the anamorphic lens. A little bit of disco beats from Epidemic. If you are looking for some tunes and you're doing some videos or something, birthdays, parties, whatever, Epidemic's the way to go. They've got a huge range. I try to put a mixed batch on every night with the vlog so you can sort of get a feel and hear what they do have. There's a link down below so you can go straight to it, and I think you'll get a discount, and I think I get a free month if you do sign up. But definitely worth having a look at. They're, if not the biggest, they're probably top 2 at least. So yeah, Epidemic, always for your sounds, very cool. I've had no dramas with them whatsoever, and whatever computer I'm on, I can just go to it and sign in, and I get the beats, get the funky beats. Woo! Anyway, that's it. Another day. So whatever you're doing, if you are going out tonight, just remember you got to work tomorrow. Don't get on the piss too much. For you guys who've had a big day, stay safe and have a good sleep. It's Monday, the dreaded Monday. That's it for me. Whether you're going home, going to bed, or you're on the terps and you're going disco time, we'll see you tomorrow. Woo!